waiting on Twitch. Okay, looks like it's up. Let's to my channel. Okay, now I need to bring up my chat. Okay, and chat app, open in browser. Send a test message. Okay, the chat app says it went to both platforms. So now whenever I verify, there we go. Okay, so it's up on Twitch and it's up on YouTube. Okay. X out of all those programs and get back into EU4. All right, so here's the deal. I was told last night by Lone Dragon, I think his name was, he explained to me a few things actually, but one of the things he told me is that if I have any desire to get the personal union with Aragon and therefore combine Castille and Aragon and effectively form the nation of Spain, Aragon cannot be listed as a rival. So they were in the game that I was playing, they were a rival. And so I have restarted. Now I told Lone Dragon that I was going to buy the Emperor DLC because he said it was worth it. But whenever I went to go look at it, it no longer was reviewed as mostly positive. It was mixed reviews, and some of it seemed to me that the negative reviews were mostly based around not the DLC itself, but the patch that accompanied it. It just wasn't working that great. And so they needed time to redo that patch. This stuff sounds really loud to me. I'm going to turn down the music, guys. I'm going to be depending on anybody listening to let me know how things sound. Is it game options? Yeah, audio. You can see I've already got master volume really cranked down, so I don't know. How high is my... Not too high. Okay, well, hopefully that's a better mix of my volume to the game volume. All right, so I did not get that DLC because even the positive reviews were saying that it's probably not worth $20. It's more worth $10, so wait for a Steam sale. So that's what I did. I added it to my wish list, and I'm waiting for a Steam sale, and then I'll get it for about $10. Could I get it right now? I could, but I'm trying to learn the game, and I don't know if I need to be learning new content from what I already know. Maybe that would be better for down the road anyway, so it all kind of works together. Okay, well, last night I did a lot of explaining. Tonight I'm not going to do as much. I'm simply going to make the moves that I know I need to make. So we're going to put our general in charge of this army. This is going to be my primary army. This is the secondary army who will move to Sevilla. Okay, over here, all of these barks, I'm going to tell them to defend the Sevilla trade node. And then these early carracks, I'm going to separate off. And I'm going to tell them to hunt pirates for the Sevilla trade node. And that leaves these cogs, which I'm going to order down here to Sevilla. And then I'll mothball them to save us some money. Okay, we have too few rivals. And this, I got a really strange, I don't almost ever see Lithuania listed as a rival for us. And it's customary to rival those who rivaled you. But in this case, I'm going to do that in 2 of 3 circumstances. So England, confirm rival, yes. Now Lithuania, I'm not. I'm going to rival Morocco. And then over here, I'll go ahead and name Burgundy as a rival. Okay, now the first thing that I like to do is I like to embargo all of my rivals. So it was England. If I click on diplomacy for them and I go down here to economic actions, I can issue an embargo. It was Burgundy, and I can issue an embargo. And it was Morocco. Now, I don't know if this is a smart move or not, because we are pulling trade from here, so I might be hurting myself here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Issue embargo. Let me see what that does. I guess we'll find out whenever it comes up over here. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my trade map, and I'm going to tell my my merchant here at Tunis, who is pushing 0.3 ducats from Tunis to the Sevilla trade node. I'm going to tell him, cut that nonsense out. We're not getting very much out of that. I would rather have him collect trade right here in Sevilla. The other trade merchant is in Safi, and he is being more productive. He's pushing 0.57 ducats to the Sevilla trade node. So we will keep him in place. Back to the diplomatic map mode. The next thing I will do is to seize this land. There's something Lonesome Dragon was telling me last night. And it was about this pie chart. And he was saying it when they get over 50%. Maybe he was talking about the nobility here. Even though they're not over 50%. I don't know. What I do know is that we have a warning about low Crownland. Anytime that we're below 30%, maybe that's what he was talking about. This is us right here. Then that's a problem. So we're going to seize Crownland. All estates will lose 20 loyalty. And rebels may rise up if any estate drops below 30 loyalty. Okay, is anyone below 30 loyalty? Here's loyalty. 30, 30, 30. Okay, so we're good. Nobody's below it. Now, in order to try and make up for that a little bit, I'm going to assign privileges. Neither of these, because both of them, well, this one gives Crownland back, and that's the problem that we just got ourselves out of. This one's not even available because we don't have enough influence with the papal authority, with the Pope. This one here we could do, but no, never mind. Again, we would lose 10 Crownland. So Clerical Advisory Council, administrative advisor cost is 25% less. Yeah, we should do that. So we'll grab this one. Clerical Ministers, missionary maintenance cost is 20% less. We don't really need that yet, but we will here in the near future when we take over Granada. And we could use the benefits. So we'll go ahead and grab that one also. And then oversight by the clergy is just a general thing that they have the king's ear. And so they gain both loyalty and influence here at the expense of max absolutism. All right, so now they're at 30% loyalty with 34% influence. Next is going to be the nobility. Crownland, Crownland. This is the first one, but it's grayed out. Here we go, increased levies. Now we're not going to take this, and the reason is because we have a mission where we're trying to get, if you look at that first red X, manpower level at least 60%. Okay, in order to achieve that, if we come up here, our maximum manpower level is 27,527. We currently have 8,393, and I'm about to order more troops, so that's going to go lower. In order to reach 60% of 27,527, we got to be at 16,000 something, right? About 16.5K. If we were to take this option right here, look, it modifies our national manpower by a massive plus 46.4%. That's going to make this goal, it'll be a long time before we reach that. So I'm not going to grab this just right now. Aristocratic counselors, military advisor cost neg 25%. Yeah, we want that. So we will grab this one. Go back to the estates panel. And right of counsel. Again, the nobility have the king's attention, I guess. I kind of think that if you select one already, like we did that for the clergy, then it should exclude the others. I don't know. I don't know enough about this game to pass judgment like that. All right, let's go with this. And then that's it for the nobility. So they're now at 30% loyalty and 53% influence. The benefit from that results in plus 15% manpower recovery speed. Okay, now for the Burghers. No Crownland, so those two are no-go. This one's not available. Patronage of the arts, yearly prestige plus 0.5. National tax modifier goes down 5%. That's pretty bad, but man, do I want to do that? Let me come back to that. Commercial Advisory Board, negative 25% for the Diplo advisor cost. We definitely want that. Indebted to the Burghers, we lose trade efficiency. We also lose one mercantilism. No way. These, you collect this like diamonds, man. It's good for your whole playthrough. You gather this up once every few years, and it just gives you a permanent bonus to what you can do with your trade power, how much money you make. Free enterprise. Okay, what's the cost? I guess it's this. So if I grab that, 30%, 29%. Now, I know I don't want indebted to the Burghers, but maybe I want to go ahead and take patronage of the arts. You never know till you try it. All right, 30%, what is this, loyalty, and 39% on the influence leads to a plus 10% trade efficiency. And the clergy give us a plus 15% national tax modifier. All right, one more thing that that lone dragon showed me last night is we can summon a diet. Oh, we don't want to do that. Here, summon a diet. And what does it do? All estates will gain 5 influence until 1464. And all estates will gain 5 loyalty. The estates of Castille have proposed agendas for the summoned diet. Favoring one of the estates here could have large benefits in the long term. The clergy bemoan the poor regard the Pope has for our nation. They call for us to reaffirm our standing as good Christians by solidifying our relations with Roma. The nobility are worried at Castille's diplomatic isolation. They advocate that we find more allies for our nation. The pitiful state of our coffers is a matter of great concern to the burghers. They urge us to moderate our spending so that our treasury may be replenished. Now, I have to accomplish whatever it is that they ask me for within a certain amount of time, and if I don't, I suffer penalties for it. So for this one, improve papal relations. The papal state's opinion of Castile is at least 100. I can tell you this is eminently achievable because once I get done with some initial actions, one of my diplomats will definitely be over there raising. I just do that like as standard operating procedure. They will be raising our opinion with the Pope, or their opinion of us, his opinion. If we accomplish that, and we will, upon completion we'll have the following effects. The clergy estate gains 10 loyalty, bringing them up to 45. Castile gets influence in the Curia until November of 1459, which grants us yearly papal influence of +1. This one's nice. For Spain and its mission goals, this is pretty nice. Because as you will see, we're one of the most zealous nations on the planet. It's going to benefit us. That was historically true. We're on the tail end of an 800-year war against Muslims. This has been an existential war, and when things are existential, you tend to really draw the circle tight around core values. And so in this case, it was religious in nature. I like to say it's ideological in nature, because just labeling it as religious, it's true, but I think it causes people to not think deeply enough about what's at stake. This is basically cultural values and how they prioritize them, and the differences between values that these two cultures have. At any rate, our mission board is going to want us to be in good regard with the Pope, and very good regard. So we'll see how that goes. All right, the proposal of the nobility. They want better diplomatic ties. We need at least 2 allies. Well, that's probably eminently achievable as well. The thing is, I don't really need this as much for the nobility. They're at an equal 35% loyalty like everybody else is, but they have 68% influence. Diplomatic. Well, influence doesn't have an impact here. It's just that we would gain 10 loyalty and +1 diplomatic reputation. That's not bad either. That's pretty good. Not as good as the Pope one, though. Okay, here, moderate our spending so that our treasury may be replenished. Oh, I'm not likely to get this one. They need us to have at least 719 gold. No way. We're just starting out. We're going to have to spend a lot of money. Number of loans is less than 1. Upon completion, we'll have the following effect. Burghers estate gains 15 loyalty. Well, that's a pretty big jump. Okay, but it's not accomplishable. It's not realistic. Okay, so I'm going to take the clergy. There we go. So 35%, 49%, 35%, 68%, 35%, 49%. That's where we're at. We might see those numbers change after we unpause it. Okay. What else do I need to do? You have free advisor slots. Okay, so we're at the beginning of the game, so we need to get level 1 guys. There's only one option here. Fortunately, it's a good one. National tax modifier plus 10%. That is eminently useful. I'm kind of stuck on that word eminent tonight. And it's funny because those are two different, there's two versions of it. Eminent with an I and eminent with an E. Anyway, look at me, wordsmithing. Nobody wants to hear that nonsense. Okay. Rodrigo Cortez, Diplo, reputation +1, trade efficiency. I'm about the money, man. With most of these games, I have a baseline philosophy. I don't know if this works like this in real life either, but I kind of suspect it doesn't. But when it comes to video games, the economy is king. The economy runs everything. In other words, this would be really nice to have. But if we have this, it frees us up to do things that will eventually lead to this. But this is baseline. This is the oil that feeds the machine. So, that's the kind of the general philosophy that I run with on these things. So we'll go with him. And then fort defense or reinforced speed. Definitely reinforced speed. Okay, that brings us to 4, 4, and 8. They each add 1. What does this do? Monthly increase +8 due to the following. Base value is 3. Juan's military skill +2. National focus is +2. And Ordaño de la Cueva +1. This is the default setting that Spain would be focusing, well, Castille would be focusing on its military. I'm going to role play this and keep with that. A lot of times I go up here. I can't remember why. I read it in a guide somewhere. I think it has to do with unlocking national ideas, which then allows me to get over here and colonize the new world. But at this point in time, at the tail end of La Reconquista, I'm going to role play this and stick with what I think would have been historically true. I think they would have been very military focused. And so I want to play it that way. Now, here comes a big test. This guy, he's terrible. This is our heir. Look, our king already is not very good. But the heir is even worse. This is as bad as you can get. Zeros across the board. Plus, he's infertile. Oh my gosh. This dude's a bum. And so we're going to disinherit him. It's going to cost us 50 prestige. And there's also a chance that it could throw us into a national crisis. But because I took care of the problem with the estates first, I took our crownlands back and then I made everybody happy to make up for it. I think because I did this first, doing this now is not going to cause a national crisis. But it'll pop up here with a little, like a pitchfork with a fire on it, if it does. And it'll tell us a national crisis is looming. And it'll be here in 2 years' time if you can't get your country stable. And if that happens, we will be in a civil war. So here we go. Remove from our line of succession. This has given us a new chance for future greatness. Now, this thing that popped up here, it's not the one that I was worried about. All this is telling us is that because we have no legal heir, if Juan II dies, there will be a war between Aragon and England for who controls us. Both of them have claims to the throne if Juan II dies with no heir. But that should not be a problem for us. It's like a 99.9% chance that we'll gain an heir. So I'm going to leave that flag up there so you guys can see when we do get an heir, that flag will go away. Okay, the last things I need to do is look at my military. And I want to mothball my forts. Now, I only have 2 of them. I have one in Toledo, which is our capital, and I have one up here in Burgos. But the one in the capital always stays up, I believe. So we're going to mothball, but you'll only see this one go red. That's going to save us some money. And back at economy, I need to keep my army maintenance high, but once they're in position, then I can slam this down. The reason I need to keep it up right now is because if you slam it down now, they lose all their morale and they lose their mobility as well. They can't move. So we don't want to turn that down just yet. Okay, this screen obviously is telling us what our total expenses are, 14.82 ducats, and we're making 6.63 per month. This says that last month we made 8.15, so it's going down, but this will tick up over time as the policies that I put in place, the moves that I made, begin to pay dividends. Okay, with that, I believe I am finished with the pre-unpause moves. Let me just make sure. At court, there's nothing else I need to do here. In the government, the halls of government, I've done everything I need to do here. Diplomatically, I have sent my diplomats out to inform our rivals that we are embargoing them. Economically, we just took a glance at this. As far as trade is concerned, I don't know how to read most of this. Our trade efficiency is at positive 27%. Okay. Oh, nice. It tells us how much of our gross national product is coming from trade. That's pretty cool. Okay, then we have technology. So currently we're studying churches, marketplaces, and the Pike Square. Throughout the Middle Ages, cavalry's dominance was being challenged by disciplined pikemen. In battles such as Bannockburn, that's up in Scotland, or the Golden Spurs, I'm not sure where that is. I'm going to guess Byzantine Empire. Cavalry was defeated by pikes. A combination of improved training and discipline, and the addition of swordsmen to provide close combat support has raised this formation to the peak of its efficiency. And we're expected to gain this technology by March of 1450. Marketplace. Creation of legal and regional infrastructure in order to promote trade will not only encourage commerce, but also allow us to better tax it. Legal and regional infrastructure. Okay. And the temples. Housing the machinery of government is as important. Oh, my bad. So this is the general category. Temples, marketplace, and Pike Square. And these are the areas. I don't know. For military, this looks very specific, Pike Square. For these, this looks like a category, and then these are the specific things that it yields. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. This is the category, and these are the things that it yields. Okay. Housing the machinery of government is as important as the machinery itself, and one should never forget the importance of religion when doing so. Alrighty then. Next would be ideas. This gets unlocked. We're currently at level 3 and we need level 5 of administrative technology to unlock this idea. Administrative. That's what I put points in here for normally, but I'm going to keep them here in military right now because I want to role play it instead. So we're at a base value of 3 right now. We have 42 power. We're at a level 4. No, we're at a... So I think it's saying once this number is at 5, then we can unlock this. These are specific to Castille. These are Castilian ideas. These all unlock categories that we can improve in, so we get to pick how we do that. That's why this game has a boatload of replay value. Okay, moving on to missions. Plus Ultra has to do with going overseas. So we're not even going to look at that right now. Right now, we are only concerned with this one, Prepare Reconquista. For too long have we failed in our duty of care to the peoples of Iberia. We should prepare to unite them under one banner. Now, we need to, in order to do that, we have to get manpower level at least 60%. Total navy size has to be 100% of its force limit, and total army size also has to be 100% of its force limit. When we do that, the morale of our armies and our navies will increase 5%, and we will gain permanent claims on Upper Andalusia and Navarra. Yeah, because that's part of the Reconquista, I guess. And then Andalusia's right here. This whole section. What we call Granada right now. I mean, truth be known, I think Andalusia actually, the Andalusia area covers this entire area right here, all of southern Spain. But they've been whittled down to this. Now, once we do that, we will gain access to both subjugate Navarra and reclaim Andalusia. And then that's going to lead us to convert Iberia, continue the Reconquista. This would be if we move into North Africa, or expel the Moriscos. And that would be effectively the end of the Reconquista line. So we scroll down, there's all these others too. This was a really good ad with the DLC. I don't remember which DLC, but it put these missions in, and they're all revolving around the historical flavor of a specific nation. So England's going to have a whole list of it's a completely different page. And I mean, I think it's really fun. It's man, to me, that's very immersive. That's really super cool. Decisions and policies, stability and expansion. We don't have to do anything with this yet. Here is our religion page. I've already done this. Let's see. We need to get to 33 units for our land force limit and 23 units for our naval force limit. These are our various agents. Okay. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to call this start. Okay. Well, that was quite a bit for just the setup. Hey guys, we got Lone Dragon and Elliot Man in the chat. Nice to see you guys. Hope you haven't been sitting there for too awful long. Sometimes I get absorbed in what's going on the screen. But nice to see you again, Lone Dragon, and welcome aboard, Elliot Man. I am, as you saw from the title, I'm just trying to learn from experience here. Lone Dragon was in here last night. Lone, I did not get the DLC for Emperor. And it's because I saw that there were maybe some issues with patching, and it was also recommended to just simply put it on a wish list and wait for a Steam sale. So I figured while I'm learning this game and I'm familiar with what I'm familiar with, maybe I should just hold off on that anyway. But I did reset the game like you were talking about. And we don't have let's see, I'm not looking at the right place. There we go. We don't have Aragon as a rival anymore. Same, man. I got this game like a week ago. Yeah, Elliot. So we're sort of same boat. I've actually owned this game, Elliot, for years. For years I've owned this game, but it's such a steep learning curve that it's been really hard for me to learn stuff. Royal marry them. Yeah, I'm going to do that as soon as I get my my diplomats back. So here we go. We're going to hit unpause. I guess as a quick overview for you, Elliot, I'm playing as Castille, and I need to prepare for the Reconquista. So we've got to get to about 16.5K on this number right here for our manpower. And we have to meet the Navy and Army size force limit. And that'll give us permanent claims on Granada. So I have guys moving down here. I also have these barks, these small ships. You can assign them to a mission. Right here, you just select this and then protect trade. And for us, it's the Sevilla trade node. And they'll go and protect trade. And then my large ships, I have them hunting pirates. And these small cog ships, these troop transports, I'm bringing them down to Sevilla where I'm going to mothball them. So that's sort of the breakdown on what's going on right now. Now we're going to hit unpause. I have my merchant from Tunis coming back home. And I have all three of these diplomats are coming back after having issued trade embargoes to my three rivals. So let's kick it to a speed 2. A good army composition is every 5 infantry gets 1 cavalry. Okay, that is good to know. Thank you, Lone. Okay, our coast has been raided by Moroccan pirates. And everybody here is free. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to bring up my trade map. I need to click on my home trade node here. And I need to collect from trade and select Fernando. There it is. In 4 days, he'll be here collecting trade. So a 20K stack should be 17 infantry and 3 cavalry. Look at your military screen. Okay. Military. 33 and 23 is what I've noted from here. Combat width. Morale of armies, army tradition. Here we go. Combat width determines how many regiments may fight at the same time. Increased combat width can be unlocked by military technology. So I'm currently at 20. That's where you get your number. A 20K stack should be 17 infantry and 3 cavalry. Is that right? And then as we advance in military, this number will go up. Yes. Okay, excellent. Let's see, we just got an alliance offer from Portugal. We should accept that. Mill tech. Look at tech. Mill tech. Trade, economy, technology. We're studying, so we have a 3, late medieval military, and we're studying the Pike Square, which I guess it's telling me is a tier 4. Yeah, in fact, all of these are tier 4, which I guess makes sense because we're tier 3 and we're trying to advance. Look at the statistics. Oh, over here? On the left. Military tactics plus 0.25 and land morale plus 0.5. Oh, no, maybe you're talking about this. Right here. Increase over time, negative 0.3%. Researching this technology now will increase our innovativeness with 2.00. We reached level 3 at the beginning of this game. We need 598 power, and we only have 98 right now. Oh, you meant the right. Okay. Yeah, this stack right here then. Oh, at each level, look at how much, like once we reach level 23, improved flanking by 50%. That's massive. Here's our military tactics. Improve land morale. Combat width. Improve combat width. Oh, okay. So this particular technology will improve combat width. Do all of the mill techs do that, or is it only certain ones? And you need to look at their stats to see what it is that they do for you. Raise supply limit also, that would be nice. You got to look at the levels. Okay. All right, good to know. And we're not suffering any penalties because we're not ahead of time here. All right, that's good. Yeah, see, there's a lot of panels here that I see them, but I don't, I don't know how to make use of that. So this was one of them. So thanks for giving me the heads up on that. We have free diplomats. So what I was going to do is go do royal marriages. So if we royal marry into Portugal, I think it's dynastic. Yeah. Mill tactics mean you take less casualties in a battle. Oh, okay. All right, sweet. Okay, one of the things with this, Elliot, if you didn't know, you can kind of royal marriage as many people as you want, as far as I can tell. It's really just looking at your entire royal family line. It's like you can imagine it as marrying off your uncle or your cousin. It's not just you, but it does create a tie to whatever country that you're marrying to for diplomacy purposes. So we'll marry into Portugal. I was thinking about marrying into France. It doesn't create an alliance, so I don't necessarily get pulled into their war with England, but it just improves our relationship with France. Morale means you stay in a battle more. Okay. Should I Royal Marry Aragon? Loan? Yes, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought so. I just wanted to make sure, since this relationship here is kind of a big deal and I didn't want to mess that up. And then I should definitely Royal Marry Navarra. Okay. So we'll wait for them to get back again. In the meantime, everybody is kind of on the move. I didn't follow that loan. Yes, they don't have look. Navarra. Okay. Morocco's still raiding our coast. Okay, we have an alliance offered from Navarra that we will accept. And an alliance offer from Aragon. I suppose I should accept that as well. All right, the entire Iberian Peninsula is now unified, at least the Catholic portion. Our guys are free again. I need to begin heating up relationships with the papacy here. Papacy, alliance actions, influence, relation, improve relation. Navarra doesn't have an heir, have a son. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. And I know that we're trying to reach a diplomacy level of about 190 so that they will accept basically becoming our vassal, and then after a certain period of time they naturally become part of Castille. So the next thing I want to do is I want to improve relations, but I can't until Christmas Day, because they limit how often you can do interactions with these nations. So maybe we can improve relations with France. Yeah, no heir means that we can personal union them because we married into their family. Okay. And then I'm going to save Sancho here to go and improve relations with Navarra, because your son will be on the throne. Okay. And we just hit 26 December. What happened with Italy? Imperial authority over Kingdom of Italy has been waning. Ah, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Improve relation, confirm. And we're aiming for this one right here. If we don't wind up getting a personal union with them, I guess. I learned this from YouTube. It was a while ago that said this is the process that you want to follow. What I did here: royal marry them, offer them an alliance, and then improve relations until they get to about 190, and then you can offer vassalization. Okay. We are now making 8.13 ducats. What's that look like on the economy? Same thing. Okay. So we've already climbed up a little bit here. We were at 6 something. More than any other estate, the influence of the clergy is dependent on their standing with the common man. It has been hard to put the finger at exactly why, but over the recent years, the clergy has come to be seen less as the spiritual guardians of our country and more as rich and corrupted intrigue makers. Combined with some unfortunate investments in the clergy properties themselves and poor political maneuvering, the clergy have been losing both power and influence. So they're going to lose 10 influence until 1459. Wow. And Morocco has named us as a rival. And once these guys are in place, then I'll be ready to order up some troops. There they go. Okay. Now I can turn this down. There used to be a point here that you could be at and you could drill your military. But for right now, I just kind of turn it off. If there's a better suggestion than that, I'm open ears. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Lone. I missed that. Hover over Navarra's king. Is it too late? Well, that's us. I'm trying to think of how I can look at who their king is. It wouldn't be under this. Oh, yes, it would. King Joan II de Trastamara. So this is like our brother or something, right? Normally, whenever I play Castille, I put a skill 1 diplomat and advisor and spam out the diplomacy and administrative tech so that I can get colonization idea early. Elliot, I do exactly the same thing normally because that's the strategy I had read about a couple years ago. But this time around, I stuck with the military because I wanted to role play it a little bit. I've never done it before, so I just decided at this point in time, at the tail end of an 800-year Reconquista, Castile is probably very focused on military. So that's where I put it. Okay, religion, Catholic culture, he's Basque. Inaugurated on 11 November 1444. Well, that wasn't very long ago. That's the beginning of the game. Loose lips, foreign spy detection, negative 20%. The AI ruler will, due to loose lips, disclose their attack plans ahead of time. Yikes. Righteous, yearly legitimacy is +1. And they only start fair wars. And he is in the same dynasty as Alphonse V of Aragon and Juan II of Castile. On the bottom of the tooltip. On monarch death, succession war between Castile and Aragon. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Royal marriages with Juan II, succession war between Aragon and England. So I think that's saying that there's a succession war between Castile and Aragon because of royal marriages to Juan II. And then in addition to that, there's succession war between Aragon and England due to who knows what. It doesn't really go on to say. Okay. I can mothball these guys. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to order troops. Shoot. First I have to do some math. We have to go to the military. All right. We can get to 34, so that's so 10. We need to raise 10 troops. So that'll be 5 each. I always thought this was worded funny. Here it is. Your army, excluding artillery, cannot be compromised or comprised of more than 50% cavalry, or you will suffer the insufficient support penalty, causing additional losses in combat. And I know that in the past I've thought of that as being 50% of the total number, but I don't think that's right. I think it can't be more than 50% of whatever amount you have right here. And then this also is what you were talking about up above, Lone Dragon, where you said if we have a total of 17 units or 20, you want 17 of them to be military and only 3 of them to be cav. Okay, good army composition is every 5 infantry get 1 cavalry. So we're pretty well over that mark here. We would want a total of 20 right here. Now, how many do I have total? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's what's reflected right here. And I need 10 more, so that's going to be 5 into each. So I'm going to have a total of 17. I'm going to have a 17 stack. If I had 1 cav for every 5, then that's going to be 17 and 3. No. 14 and 2. I guess 15 and 2. Well, I can't do that. I'm already at 4. All right, so let me put all 5 into infantry then. Am I getting this all right? Am I thinking of this correctly, Lone Dragon? Because I already have 17 infantry and 3 cav, you can split. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I'm facing the same problem over here. So somewhere I would have to get rid of cavalry, I think. The 2 arrows. There's our split. Oh, we can set up a template. That would be nice. Create new unit, maybe? Oh, maybe that's what you meant by the 2 arrows. The icon with the 2 arrows in it. Yeah. Okay. Well, the problem, or what I might be misunderstanding, is that if we were to do that, we would be talking about 17 infantry troops and 3 cav in each one, which is a 20 stack for each one, which puts us at 40. And that would exceed our land force limit. We can only do 34. So I should just, because of the amount of cavalry that I have in each one of these, all 10 of my selections, 5 for each one, should be ground troops, right? You don't need 2 20s. Right. All right, so I'm going to order 5 ground troops right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 10 more gold. Latin medieval. Okay, so we're waiting on 1 more gold. Focus on 1. Okay. Oh, Lone Dragon, when you say focus on one, do you mean instead of splitting it up and sending 5 troops to this one and 5 to this one, I should just put all 10 into here? Get a 20 stack. Okay. Right. Okay, so so we would have 15 ground units and 5 cavalry. Oh, 17 and 3. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I knew that. We have gained the excommunicated ruler Casus Belli against Aragon. What have you done? Their ruler has been excommunicated. Wow. Laid an outrageous claim to our throne. Hold on, what is Aragon up to? If our beloved rulers should die without an heir, they might form a personal union. Oh, this is normal. We can avoid this by maintaining a higher prestige than theirs. Okay. England started influencing Tyrone. Okay. Oh, 14 and 3 is what you will get. 17 total. Get 17 infantry in that one stack. I'm sorry, I got confused. Are we aiming for 17 here or 15? That one will be 15, okay. Which is what we have once these guys are all done. All right, now how many do I have total in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 4 more units that we need to make to get to the force limit. And I guess those are going to go into the other one. This one over here on the left in Sevilla. Diplomatic insult from Morocco. Add 2 more. Okay. Okay, I got you. We need 1 more month to go by, I think. My king Aragon broke their alliance with us. Oh, no. And England surrendered Maine to France, so they're not going to have a war. Oh, no, they are going to have a war. Restoration of Union as their Casus Belli. Aragon broke their alliance with us. Okay, here's the 2 more. So then that'll give us the 17-3 composition you were talking about. And then The remaining 4 units will go over here, I guess, and put us at 12 military units, ground units. Go to the mill tab. Military. Click the units in the tab. Those dots are called pips, right? This is what indicates the style of troop, right? Whether they're offensive or defensive oriented. So, for example, Latin medieval infantry look like they're very strong in morale, but they're not too good at anything else. And the halberd have a shock element to them, so that's, I guess, melee shock, and 1 offensive morale. Yeah, I'm using the Latin medieval infantry. Is there really, like, looking, one of the things for me is that whenever I look at these two, it looks like, to me, like it's 6 or a half dozen of the other. Like you could take either or. Neither one is clearly better than the other. It's just more like, how do you use them, or maybe what situation are you facing? Am I wrong on that? It does less damage. So, as a general philosophy, do you think it's better to go offense? Less damage, but is bad at defending? I thought this was the defense. Oh, it's 1 pip of defense. Or did you mean to say it's better at defending? Because they have the Latin medieval infantry have 1 defensive morale, where the halberd infantry doesn't have any. Attack good, defense bad. Okay. So you would size this up according to the strength of your enemy, right? If I'm planning on going up against troops that I think are much more inferior than me, then I should go harder on the offensive side. All right. How do I figure out? There is a way to look at this. Not menu. Ledger. Military. Army quality comparison. Rivals. Castille to Morocco. No, wait, I'm not doing Morocco. Granada. I wish I could select them. 1.96 morale, 100% discipline, no siege ability, 6% defensiveness, and 4% tradition. And if I look at Castille, oh, we don't have as good of, well, that's because I've got my army maintenance turned down. 100% discipline, 2% siege, 2% defense, 10% professionalism, 8% tradition. So we should wipe the floor with them. So I can go I can go offense. Oh, except that I need to remember that Granada probably has allies. Opinions, diplomatic feedback, truce, allied with Tunis. Well, they have better tradition than we do, but not by much. Does it cost me very much money to switch from Latin Knights to halberds? Is that something you would recommend, or should we just stick with what we've got right now? I said Latin Knights, I meant Latin medieval infantry. We seem to outclass our enemy, both them and their ally. But if I switch to this, manpower cost 1,000. Well, no, that's just their unit size. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. I 100% really didn't mean to do that. Their base is 10 gold, 0.21 per month. All right, well, for right now, and unless I'm told otherwise, I'm just going to stick with the Latin medieval infantry. And I'll save up for the other 4 troops that are going to go into this unit right here. So I'm going to need roughly 40 gold. Elliot, have you already done the colonization game over in the Caribbean and stuff with Castille? Almost there. One more month and I should be able to order these troops up. By the way, I just want to put this out there. If you guys are talking, I'm not seeing it. And I'm using a Restream app, which has been known to be a little glitchy occasionally, but not very often. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Holy Roman Empire. Okay, they elected a new guy. Bohemia. Pause. Okay, let's go. Let me make sure about this. I don't want to bust my limit. Oh, see, I was about to. So I've only got 2 more. I did my math in my head wrong somewhere. There we go. Hey, an heir to the throne. Oh, he's not bad. 5, he's terrible here. Oh, no, he's not as good as I thought. But we do get a lot of these points. That'll be, by the time he takes the throne, that'll be what we're looking for. Let's give him a different name just so we don't get him confused with the old Enrique. Uh-oh. Looming disaster. Why? What happened? At least one major disaster is about to happen to your nation, a Castilian civil war. Stability is less than 1. 1449 is when it would kick off. Something about gaining an heir seemed to throw us into a problem, and I don't know why. We can't boost it because we don't have enough admin power. Can be stopped by becoming the lesser part of a personal union. One of the following must be true. Currently in a disaster and is the lesser part in a personal union. And Castille's government is not a monarchy. Would have the following effects. I didn't quite. All of those seem like they would put us into a disaster, not take us out of one. Zealot, well advised, possible advisors +1. Felipe, personality gained in 15 years. Okay. Claim is average. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Let me Alt-Tab. I want to check something. That's scripted. Okay. So it's not anything to worry about. That's just normal. Well, I mean, it might be something to worry about, but you're saying because it's scripted, there's nothing I can do. I didn't do anything wrong, and it's always going to be that way for Castile, I guess. Oh, look, Aragon lost their claim on our throne. Oh, yeah, that's because we had an heir. Okay. Oh, you can avoid it? So I must have done something wrong. Or you're saying that we can get out of it because I can boost my stability or something like that. That's probably what you're saying. We have things that we can do to avoid this. Okay. Good stability and legitimacy. Legitimacy currently at 97. Okay. We have gained the trade dispute casus belli against Holland. That's because they embargoed us. Okay. I believe I am at the land force limit. Yes, I am. So the next thing I need to do is make 3 barks. And I'm going to need 60 gold to do it. All right, we've officially played 1 year of game time. Okay. Here's the barks. One, 2, 3. Okay. In about 1 year game time, then we'll be at our naval force limit. As our prestige improves, our legitimacy should go up. Number of royal marriages, positive 0.17 every year. Okay. National unrest drops by 1.88 every year. I guess. Maybe not every year. Maybe it's just general negative 1.88. Okay. Holy Roman Empire elected another emperor. Okay. What was... Okay, I think I already achieved this. I can't remember the number I was supposed to get to. I had to improve relationships. Oh, it was 100 with the papacy. Oh, okay, we're at 61 with the papacy. So I'm aiming for 100 there. Let the Civil War happen. That's an easy way to get a personal union on Aragon. Oh, for real? How does that work out? Because for us to get a personal union on Aragon, there needs to be a queen in Aragon, right? Isn't that what you were saying last night? So how does a civil war in our country affect who sits on the throne for them? Or is there something involving this civil war where they would, if they win, if the nobility wins, they would name the queen consort as Queen of Castille, and then we would get a personal... Yeah, but we would be... Yeah, I don't know. Click the Aragon support one. Regrettably, we have lost diplomacy against Morocco. Okay. Pause. Aragon. Let's see. The Pope has seen fit to excommunicate this ruler. Neighboring Catholic countries can declare war without incurring the normal stability hits. On monarch death, Joan de Trastamara succeeds to the throne. He has royal marriages with Ludovica and Juan II. Oh, when it happens, click on the Aragon. Oh, support Aragon. Oh, I see. When the Civil War comes up. Okay. Okay, gotcha. We have a truce with these guys until when? February of 1448. Because I need to refund my military several months in advance. How are we doing on economy? Oh, we're up to 10.84. %47% of the trade power. Portugal's got 37%. I want to cut into that. Aragon has only 6%. Wow. Current trading policy is to maximize profit. Hostile trading. Improve inland routes. Whoa, Castille has 50% more trade power? Oh, I can't do it unless Castille has 50% or more of trade power. Okay, and then it gives me the siege ability and the artillery bonus versus forts. Set trading policy, establish communities. Okay, so you can use your trade power to affect political goals. Or you can just collect money, which is what we want to do right now. We're earning 6.27 here. Has merchant. Somewhere in here it should tell me what my ships are doing. Right here. Trade power from light ships is 12. A total of 14. Uh-oh. Yusuf has risen up in Granada with a claim on the throne as emir. So they've got internal troubles. Province trade power. Trade power 11.9%. Prestige is hurting us. And the fact that we're embargoed by Morocco is also hurting us. Okay. And then that puts all of this together, puts us at 166.3. Most of which is coming from our provinces. Multiplied by 1.12 due to plus 12% trade power modifier in this node. And that 12% is coming from here. Okay. Man, games like this are fun because it's all numbers affecting numbers, but it's aggregates of numbers affecting aggregates of numbers. And breaking all that down to a point that you can actually keep it in your mind and understand how the game is working is, I think when you can do that, you know how to play the game. What can I, oh, look, I got ships. I should probably be spending my money on improving my lands, huh? All right, assign to protect trade in Sevilla. And then look up here, and we're at our limits, so currently just waiting to achieve our 60% right here, which we're a ways away from. I don't think we're going to have all this together by the time we're able to declare war on Granada, and that's a concern point for me, because I don't want Portugal to be able to swoop in. We're about 1 year out here. Uh-oh, what just happened? You can select a naval doctrine. Okay. Get a spy network on Granada. Okay. I can recall France. In the meantime, we can pick a naval doctrine. Fleet and being naval maintenance modifier, -15%. That's not bad. Selecting this naval doctrine will cost you 175 ducats. For sure, Fleet 1 is a Castille only. Treasure fleets. I think that's actually Spanish, isn't it? I don't see it here, at least. We do have Grand Armada. Oh, there it is. Treasure fleet income. Yeah, that's powerful. But it's not what I would take right now, right? Because we don't have anything over there. Chance to capture enemy ships might be nice. Oh, ship trade power, man. Isn't that the no-brainer? I think I would go with the merchant navy. Oh, it costs ducats. So maybe it's not so smart to do it right now. I think I do remember reading that a while back whenever I was playing this before. This would be a number of years ago. And I think it said not to bother with this right now at this point in time. But I was wondering what I should spend my money on, and I can either spend it on the fleet doctrine, or I can order a flagship, or I can start investing in my lands. And I was thinking maybe I should invest in the land. And but when it comes to that, I don't know what to do. For one thing, oh well, wait a minute. The thing I was going to say, you told me last night, it doesn't apply anymore. So what do we have here? There is 10 gold worth of loot in this province. No, that's not what I want to know about. Cordoba has a river in it. Promote settlement growth. You have no colonists to send. Oh, I don't want to do this either. This doesn't cost money. It costs monarch points. Yeah. We could build stuff in it, though. We can put buildings. Possible number of buildings. The thing I need to find out is, what is this province used for? Oh, here it is. No, not necessarily. Well, it looks like it's skewed towards tax. So I should build a church here, right? If I could. Oh, I don't think I can build anything. Okay, that's gonna have to be something else that I have to learn about, because it's a little bit different than the last time I played. In the meantime, we'll start a spy network in Morocco. You can build province improvements. We can build a castle and 3 provinces, which would give us a fort level of +2. Toledo, Burgos. What's the third one? Maybe this one. It's... Okay, well, I'm going to hold off on that. Unless I see something else in chat. Maybe I'm thinking those things should come after our war against Granada. We're in August of 1447. I think it's time to turn maintenance on. Economy. Crank the maintenance up. And demothball our troop transports. These, I think actually these guys take a year to get repaired. Well, they're already at 35%. Okay, maybe not. Oh, snap, somebody sent us a gift. England? Oh, no, England received a gift from Savoy. Completed estate agenda. You completed the estate agenda, improved papal relations, giving you the following benefits. The clergy estate gains 10 loyalty, and Castille gets influence in the Korea until 2 October 1462, giving us +1 papal influence every year. Nice. Okay, we're up to 45%. They seem to be fighting off internal squabbles. No, they're training. Okay. Oh, shoot. I put my spy network into Morocco, and you said put it into Granada. I messed that up. I did. I messed that up. And I'm sure that you said to do that so that we could get claims, right? Yeah, we're only really halfway to the 60%. Can I put my military? Well, Enable drilling. Truce expired. Now, I have about a year before Portugal can also declare, and I need to declare before they do, I think. Fabricate a claim. I need a spy network of 20. There will be blood. The rumor is spreading that Morocco is preparing to attack Tlemcen in a war of aggression. Babbling buffoon personality. Oh, and England is now undergoing the War of the Roses. If I look at military, I can see progression happening. I probably should have been doing this from the very beginning. Increasing army professionalism. Diplomatic insult. A careless turn of phrase by King Juan II has greatly offended the Aragonese king. Mollifying him will not be easy without losing face. Well, this is kind of the no-brainer. That's a lot of opinion change with everybody on the peninsula. Oh, Navarre's at 200. Recall this guy. Pause. Is it? Here we go. Offer vassalization. And they have accepted. So we get half their monthly tax incomes, but I think also in 10 years' time, I don't remember how long it is, they become part of Castille. Okay, so I have a free diplomat. What could I do with him? I guess I could improve relations with Aragon. Okay, so now we're waiting to reach 20 here on this. Or 16.5 up here, I think, is the magic number. I've noticed that I'm not being raided by Morocco anymore. I assume that's because my pirate hunting is being successful. Oh, look, we're kind of filling up here. Man, that bar was rising fast. Power structure, feudal nobility. In a feudal kingdom, the power of the monarch is enhanced by a landowning aristocracy sworn to obey them. The aristocrats or nobles are often landowners in their own right, with considerable influence and vassals of their own. This is your current selected reform on this level. Oh no, we have the plague. Our people live in constant fear of epidemics, which have often proven far deadlier than wars or even famine. To their dismay, an outbreak of smallpox has struck Murcia. It looks set to claim many lives, especially among infants, before it runs its course. Yeah, we do have to do something. No, not 25% local autonomy. Spend the ducats. Okay, autocracy. Autocratic monarchies concentrate power in the hands of the ruler. The state is often seen as their personal property. Ugh. It is not uncommon for rulers to have ministers and supporters, but these are then referred to as members of the royal household. Oh. It is not uncommon for rulers to have ministers and supporters, but these are then referred to as members of the royal household. Changing to the government, so it's family, in other words, if I'm reading that correctly. Of course they support you. They're family members that you hooked up with really nice jobs. Changing to the government reform, autocracy will remove 50 government reform progress and give you the following benefits. Unjustified demands, negative 10%. Unjustified demands, that's awesome. Tier 2 will be noble privileges. Locked, you cannot select any of these. Okay. The Papal State. Our diplomats have stopped trying to improve relations. I guess because we're at the maximum level. The civil war over the succession to the throne is raging in England, conflict that has become known as the War of the Roses. The revolting House of York is seeking foreign aid and has sent us an envoy requesting troops. Some support might be a way to prevent a strong and unified England from waging war on us. And should the rebels succeed in claiming the throne, our help would surely be remembered, improving our relations with England. I don't want to send them anything. Lose 5,000 manpower? I'm not about to do that. How about no? Send them some money. 140 ducats. Oh, gain 10 prestige? That's an easy choice. Due to reaching maximum improved relation. Okay, so recall, I guess. What am I going to do with this diplomat? I mean, maybe improve relations with Portugal? No, we're at plus 200. I guess France. As both influential landowners and the traditional warrior class in our state, the nobility have not fared well lately. Through a combination of excessive infighting and poorly coordinated power plays, the nobility have lost influence in Toledo, and many have retired to their properties in the countryside. They lose 10 influence. Okay. Sevilla is now the seat of a new cardinal. He is loyal to Castille. They have 2 active cardinals now. Good news for us. Let's see. France. Posit. What's our relationship with you? 102. We can improve relations with them. I don't want France breathing down my neck in the future. The big blue blob should stay on their side of the... What is this, the Pyrenees? Yeah, the Pyrenees. Mountains. Oh, man. Did I not? You cannot drill an army without a leader. Well, fine then. We are at 20. Let's go to, is it covert actions? Yeah, fabricate a claim on Granada. Claim will last for 25 years. Okay. Oh man, Portugal can declare on them at any moment. I might be starting this over again tomorrow. I gotta knock the rust off. I think, if I remember right, in the past, whenever I played this up to the point of colonizing a little bit of South America and the Caribbean, what I did it like what Lone Dragon just told me to do. Instead of waiting to accomplish that mission, I built a spy network here, and I got all my claims in that way. Now we're sitting around 5K away from reaching our goal here. Oh no. Our army force limit has increased, evidently. You guys are in need of another army unit. And that's going to hurt us right here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Man, this is a bit of a catch-22. What is it that's improving my force limit? Base is 6. Navarra adds 1.3, and then 32 provinces are adding 28.6. So I'm assuming the addition of Navarra is what kicked that up. All right. Well, we're making money. I want to recruit a general, Odon de Mendoza. Oh man, that's right. It doesn't cost us money. It costs us monarch points. I mean, we would gain 1% of army professionalism. I want to say yes. Oh, look at that, man. He's pretty good. And then we're going to set them to train. $100, okay. We're already almost at 10 spy network strength. Maybe we'll tick this up. Oh, the Ottomans are influencing on Granada. We don't want Ottomans to be involved over here. We're a long ways away from them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's the Castilian Civil War. All right, during the past century, the Castilian nobility have time and time again actively tried to interfere with the succession of the Castilian crown and have not flinched from allying outside powers. A new such battle seems to be brewing, and the succession is again in question. The legitimacy of the current heir is being questioned by some leading nobles who would prefer a relative of the king aligned with the Aragonese crown. Meanwhile, the supporters of Felipe are making overtures to the Portuguese crown in order to secure the position of their candidate. Things have now spiraled into open conflict, and it seems increasingly likely that the faction without royal support will attempt to put their candidate directly on the throne, rather than in queue for it. Some parts of the nobility remain undecided yet, and some have chosen to make use of this opportunity to protest against perceived infringement of their old rights in general. We have lost to stability, and we will support the Aragonese candidate as Lone Dragon recommended. 305. Noble of the de Trastamara family with a strong claim becomes heir. But all of these regiments stand up. Oh, that's... yeah. And Aragon and Portugal both receive the event's Castilian Civil War. Okay, pause. Our governor reports, black news indeed. My king, our people are losing confidence in your government, leading to a stability drop. Some superstitious fools even suggest that our country is losing divine favor. Our tax income, global trade power, and spy defense will decrease, while our national, local, and global unrest will increase. Okay, an heir to the throne. Castile has a new heir. He shall be called... Fernando. My king, Castilian pretender rebels have risen up in Burgos. These rebels are loyal followers of Sancho de Benavides, who styles himself Sancho V Benavides and lays claim to the Castilian throne. Madrid and La Mancha. Okay, well, I guess it's time to not be training. Good grief. Talk about getting caught unawares. Run. You guys need to come over here. I need to play keep away until my morale can get up. Okay, so I have to defeat these guys, right? In order to secure Fernando and get the personal union with Aragon. Maybe he should stay right here. I don't want to overdo the force limit that the province can support and then suffer attrition. Portuguese involvement. Afonso V has declared his support for the pro-Portuguese faction in our country and has sent military aid over the border. 7 pretender regiments rise up and revolt in Leon. We gain 50 military power. My king, Castilian pretender rebels have risen up in Leon. Alphonse V has declared his support of the pro-Aragonese faction in our country and has sent military aid over the border. Pause. The rebels are loyal followers of Sancho de Benavides, who styles himself Sancho V. Okay, so that's the Portuguese claim. And we don't want them. So we have to defeat them. We're going to get help. Can I tell you guys where to go? No. We're going to get help from the Aragonese. And provincial unrest. Stability is low. And we can invest in new technology. Okay. Researching Pike Square will cost 568 military power. Do it. Now we're working on standardized pikes. Throughout the Middle Ages, cavalry's dominance was being challenged by disciplined pikemen. Oh, I've read this before. Okay. Land morale, a lot. Standardized pikes. Gives us men-at-arms, longbowmen, Gallagly infantry, an additional infantry shock, supply limit, combat width +2, infantry shock and cav shock. I don't know why it helps with cav shock. Improved military tactics and flanking range. Okay. Countries wish to hire condottieri. I'm not going to do that right now. You have uncontested claims. We're coming up on 15,000 manpower, so we're getting close. All right. Is Aragon not going to show up? French involvement. Charles VII of France has seen the weakened state our country is in, and eager to oppose Aragon, has decided to back the faction opposing our succession. That is terrible. Okay. He has a lot of troops. Where's my war indicator that tells me whether we're winning or losing? My king Lugo has been occupied by Castilian pretender. Okay. End of the War of the Roses. I don't know who won that. The Lancasters won it, so I think that's the White Roses. Okay. think the red roses were from York. Our relations here are maxed. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I need my morale to build up. Okay, time to move. What do we have here? Mission fulfilled. Morale to armies, morale to navies. And we gained a permanent claim. Okay, so we're good to go there. Move to Jaén. Move to Cordoba. Okay, I think there was an assault here. Okay, you're going to go here. You're going to move here. You won, okay. Occupied, okay. You're going to move into Toledo. You're going to remain there and siege that down. Oh, man. Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong one. Our truce with Aragon has ended. We can now declare war on them without additional penalties, just as they may declare war on us. Okay, well, we're fighting with each other right now, like on the same side. You hit them right here. You go ahead and take these guys on. Pause. Hard-earned battle experience has given General Mendoza the Ruthless trait, which increases landfire damage by 10%. Okay. Move up to Madrid. Poor vintage. One of our more prestigious vineyards has shockingly produced a wine of vastly inferior quality. Needless to say, people think less of our country for it. Oh, man. I hope I never drank any. Lose 5 prestige. Oh, why is this not up? We're at war. It should have stood up automatically. Mothball all forts. Oh, because it's conquered. Okay. Units have suffered casualties. Yeah, dropping us down. Okay. Does that mean that our mission is no longer accomplished? Oh, I needed to click this. Oh, that was bad. Probably right here is where I needed to click. Okay, well, lesson learned. Knocking off the rust. Where's my war status, though? I'm used to something like Crusader Kings. Oh, here we go. Truce. Allied. Oh, I'm looking at England. want that. I want Castille. Truce. Improving, allied with. Vassals. Royal marriage. Conquest. Oh, it doesn't list a war because it's a civil war. Okay. You guys can hit Avila while Murcia comes up to Segovia. Okay, these guys have been involved in back-to-back battles. So it's time for this one really to take primary. On pause. Siege of Burgos is over. The Emperor has enacted imperial reform. Pause. King, with the backing of the members of the Holy Roman Empire, the Emperor has decided to go through with the reform. Calls for Reichsreform. This reform has the following effect. Oh, okay, this is just an HRE thing. I guess recall my diplomat, and over here I need to fabricate a claim right here. Just go down the line. Okay. What do I do with you? What's your opinion of me? It's maxed. Roma, are you still maxed out? Pretty close to it. Maybe I can build a spy network here. And man, Tlemcen got wiped out. Maybe in Tunis I will bring Aragon back home. and build a counter-espionage over in Tunis. I need to learn what all I can do with my diplomats, because I know that you don't ever want diplomats sitting around. Didn't quite get there in time to save this province. Asturias, legendary county. Down in Toledo. Hard-earned battle experience has given General De Luna the Ruthless trait. Nice. Okay, come down here. Let's see. Go there. You go here. A great advisor in our employ has died. Our quartermaster passed away. Fort defense plus 20%. Okay. That's kind of eh. Unit suffered casualties. You are losing your great power status. Hopefully whenever I win this war, we'll gain a stability back. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens there. Oh. Well, I guess their last gasp is kind of strong. Move to here while you move to here, and we'll do a pincer attack. Merino wool. Castille has secured a monopoly on the export of wool from merino flocks. This fine wool is prized in markets from Seville to Flanders and is an important cornerstone of the Castilian economy. The ranchers, mostly nobles and clergy, have organized themselves into the Mesta, an association promoting their interests at court and in local governance. Their influence ensures that it remains a serious crime to export sheep of this breed outside of Castille. Local development cost is increased, but local production efficiency is also doubled or increased. Nobility gains 2% of land and clergy gains 2% of land. Eee. What does that mean for the crownlands? I'm right at 30%. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Pause. I still beat the larger force there. Okay, we won that. Now bum rush this guy. He is defending in a river. If the attacking general has higher maneuver than the defending general, the crossing penalty will be ignored. Well, I don't know, do I? Maneuver is 3. Um, 3000. I'm not sure which of those is maneuver. I think it's the one with the star and like that sickle thing. We win that. And we've suffered casualty, and we're also suffering attrition. What do these blue circles mean? Claims fabricated, England. Oh my goodness. I want to read that stuff. The last jousting tournament, we can feel it in the wind. Soon our equestrian elite will be nothing more than a dream remembered, as the chivalrous tradition dies out before the onslaught of modernity. The world is changing, but for now, for one last time, let the Knights of Castille ride. No, we need to get with the times. Forward to glory. Morale of armies plus 10%. Yearly army tradition plus 1 and yearly prestige plus 0.5. It will cost us money, splendor, and admin power. But we'll do it. Pause. I want to know what these blue circles mean. Within your fort and Burgos' zone of control. All of that. Okay. It appears as though I have won. But I don't know where to find the status of that. Spend 130 to boost stability. Increase. Show different means to handle the rebels. No, I don't want to accept the demands. Rebels break a country unless they control at least one fortified province. Okay, well, they control nothing. We have beaten them back. We've won. Where is my war status? Strengthen the government. Truce, improving relations, allied with Ottomans. Oh, that's Tunis. Government rank has tech group. There should be like an easy way for me to own country. There we go. Truce, improving relations, allied with Portugal, following vassals, royal marriage, conquest, casus belli, embargoed by, embargoing, grants conditional military access to, has conditional military access through. Opinions. Shortcut A. Shortcut D. I guess there's nothing here. That's why the hand is gray. Prestige and stability, admin level, diplomatic level, military level, corruption. Diplo relations, improve relations. I wonder if I'm having to get my stability back to 0 before this thing goes away. Losing our great power status. What does purple mean? We have royal marriage. Yeah, but we have one with Portugal also. Trying to figure out where I find my war status at. Power projection, prestige, corruption. Oh, look at how low our manpower is. That's pretty dismal. Provincial unrest. Governing capacity. States and territories, 9 states. Oh, here we go. Ends when stability is at least 1. Fewer rebel-controlled provinces than 1. And spawned rebels are not pretenders. At least 1. That's really expensive. We're talking 260 points. Oh, more than that because we're at a -2. Global trade power, foreign spy. No, that's the effects. Is there a way for this to naturally get back? I don't want to accept the demands, of course. Noble estate gains 15 influence and 10% of land. Okay, I guess we got to boost stability. And that's a lot of Diplo points I had to dump, and I got to do it again. Cordoba is suffering provincial unrest. We can make another claim. I guess not. Oh, we need a level 30. Okay, that's right. The requirement goes up as you fabricate more and more. We discovered an agent from Tyrone. Okay. What are you guys doing over here? Peasants are getting uppity. Our efforts to keep the peasants in their place have been somewhat too successful in recent times. So harsh is our rule, in fact, that the destitute are becoming increasingly vocal in their complaints and are turning against their landlords, demanding better treatment conditions, enforced serfdom, or these things happen. Well, I'm kind of mad at the nobility anyway. They rose up against me. So, countries wish to hide. Okay, I don't care about that. Back to stability. Which is where? Decisions and policy, stability and expansion. It costs administrative, so we're close. They tell us about the event of the Neapolitan succession, where among the possible options they went with, we shall follow Alphonse's last testament as their choice of action. What does that mean? Did they keep Naples? 1452 has been a particularly good year for Castille due to good harvests generating higher incomes than ever before. We had good harvests during a civil war? All right. We can either put the money into treasury or we can invest it. We will invest it and then we will boost this. Okay. So that's done. End of the Castilian Civil War. With the conclusion of hostilities, the Castilian kingdom is once again at peace internally. In the wake of the conflict, the balance of power between royal power and that of the nobles has shifted, as has our relationship to our neighboring countries. This will bring us closer to Aragon. We gain one stability. Castille's opinion of Aragon has changed by plus 75 and vice versa. Okay. Let's see. We should be able to fabricate a claim. And we will return to our former positions. Okay, this is where I'm going to save it. It's been a very rough start, as I made some pretty critical mistakes. But that'll do it for tonight. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow night, but I should be on Thursday night. And I'll be on Friday night too, but Friday night is a different game. I'm once a week I play a Stellaris playthrough that I'm working on with the UNE, and it's kind of the same thing. My streams are about kind of toying around with games that I'm going to do recordings on later, so I'm playing around with Stellaris as well, and that's on Friday nights. I want to say thanks for dropping by, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening or day wherever you're at in the world, and I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for the help very much.